That won't do. There we go.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Morning Medley number 249. One more, man. Rise but no sign, says Umbe. Hope everybody had a good Thursday? Wednesday? Today's Thursday. Wednesday. This part of the shirt, it's not a stain. If you are talking about this, it's like a girl flying. It's a Genie shirt. If you're familiar with the artist Genie, Mobtown, she did the art for 1/Million. She also did the art for the remix EP and the tour flyer. Has she done anything else for me? Oh, if you watch Quarantunes or if you watch any of my music videos, Mobtown Tokyo, the gloves clapping, my logo, she did that as well. I've worked with her a few times. Hey, what's up, Peace Bean? How have you been? on Wii, right? Oh, right. Sorry. Oh, it's still there. Well, I'll see you when you get back, Peace Bean. Jazz Cat. Mm. You can, Umbe. Just give me a minute. I'm like, I've been stuck on this song for, I don't know, like 10 streams now. And I think I might have just found what I was looking for. Oh, that's so hard. I think I figured out that song. Oh my god, I think I figured out how to look that song. Wow, that took a while. Okay, ooh, Erwin. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Hi, Chibi Lucy. Sorry, guys. I got like kind of wrapped into it and didn't see a few people come in. But good morning, everybody. Doombe, what is he here? That's not Midnight Drift. What is that? You said Midnight Drift 2 and not 3, right? I wonder if I could like no. Let me stick to the notes and then I can mess around later. It really is only those notes. So if I went. Oh, weird. Okay, hold on. Oh, hey, what's up, Daniel? Oh, really? Was it? Okay. Ah, we're on the same wavelength. That's actually kind of cool. It's weird because the bass line moves. And in the original of Midnight Drift 2, for those of you guys that don't know the song that I'm playing right now, I will play Vanilla shortly, Mobtown. For those of you guys who haven't heard Midnight Drift 2, it was a single that I released, so it's not really on an album. But the original bass line is, or I should play without the words. It's a very simple bass line. When I play it live, though, the bass line moves. It goes. So it goes. And then it goes to the riff. So it actually, the first time I play it, it doesn't really move at all. So it's kind of weird to play. It's weird. It's so. There's a thing that's happening in the chord progression that's very weird to me that I don't really know how to explain it in musical, theoretical terms. But typically, I'm doing good, Daniel. By the way, how are you doing? Typically, in my songs that are kind of simple like that, where there's only 4 chords, I don't really know what key I'm playing in or what mode I'm playing or whatever that means, but I know that there are certain notes that work and there are certain notes that don't work as much. I don't know that I ever want to say a note doesn't work at all. I'll just say it doesn't work as much. And so if I'm playing, you guys know the song Over and Under? If I'm playing that song, there's like a set amount of notes that I can play that are going to work with these 2 chords because I assume they're in the same key. I can't say what that key is and I can't confirm if it is indeed a key, but I just know that there are some notes that work really well and some that don't work as much. Like here are the notes that work well with these 2 chords. You have this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Like those are the notes that work with it. Here are some notes that don't work with it. There's one. Now, I'm not gonna say that note doesn't work at all. I'm just gonna say it doesn't work as much. It doesn't sound as synced up, I guess is the right word. This is another one. That one. Here it sounds kind of like out of key, out of tune, whatever. It's because those are notes that don't work as much. I'm not gonna say they don't work at all. I'm just gonna say they don't work as much. And so whenever I'm playing a song, even without knowing the key, I just kind of will familiarize myself with the notes that work a lot and the notes that don't work as much, and I just won't hit the notes that don't work as much as often, if that makes sense. So the reason that Midnight Drift is weird is because halfway through the chord progression, the notes that work change because of the chords that I'm hitting. So, if I'm going to just hit the notes that work with this chord, those notes that work. But then when I hit the second chord, this happens. What happens? Oh, this happens. So, first chord. particular for that second chord, this. What I want to hit for this chord is instead of this. It sounds off. And so while I'm playing Midnight Drift 2, the melodies and the leads that I play have to switch depending on which chord I'm on, which, you know, is normal and natural for music, especially jazz music. But for somebody that doesn't know music theory, it's a visual, physical challenge when I'm playing chords, because sometimes I can kind of like shut a certain part of my brain off and delegate my right hand to a certain set of parameters. That doesn't really need to shift. Now, when I'm thinking of those parameters, like when I'm playing over and under, I can kind of mess around a lot with my right hand because I've already decided what the good notes are and what the bad notes are. So it allows me to play pretty fast and mess around a lot on the fly because I've kind of already set certain notes out. They're like outside of what I can play and make sound good. But there are some other examples of songs where every chord switches a little bit. Hello and good morning, Liana. There are some other examples of songs that mess around a lot within the structure of the song. A good example of this is signal songs like Winter Heart. Now that song is changing a lot of the good notes and the bad notes with each chord, but that is like a rehearsed and scripted song, right? Like this isn't me making up and soloing. This is an improv. If you listen to the actual song, those are the recorded notes, you know. Same thing happens in love letters. This part. There's a lot of messing around and moving around in that song as well, but again, it is rehearsed and recorded, so it's kind of being delegated to an autopilot part of my brain. But when playing something like Midnight Drift 2, I never get a chance to really turn the autopilot on because I have to actively be making choices and, you know, paying attention to where I am. There's a few songs like that. A song that's like that is actually, what's it called? Double Lutz. Double Lutz is a lot like that. Because it has, for me, a pretty complex chord progression and melody combo that doesn't really loop easily. It kind of just goes on, you know, with like slight variations. And then when I start playing it in this key, I'm playing essentially the same thing, but since I've changed it to another key, now I can't really rely on my muscle memory as much to tell me where I can and can't go. Now I'm actually having to actively think, okay, these are the notes that you can hit. This is where the melody has now been shifted to. Another good example of that is when I made this song. Remember that one? When I made that song, I ended up transposing it to a different key. And then when I ended up doing it for a commission, I transposed it up to another key again to make it fit better with another melody that I was playing. Butchered that. And So having to actively think about music, that's why I try to write as much stuff in the stream, and when as possible. And when I usually am writing new ideas, I usually will transpose it to another position on the piano, a position that's not so comfortable. One of the more recent songs that I've made in the stream is this one. When I made that song, it's very fun and it's very pretty, but I'm playing it in a place that's very very comfortable for me. And so probably once I start finalizing this song, I will move it to a different place on the piano. I will move it to a different key that's a little less comfortable to me to challenge myself. So I'm going to have to think about things more actively because I can play white keys all day. I mean, we all can. Even somebody that doesn't know how to play piano can kind of like dilly dally on the white keys and then figure out something. You know, it'll sound decent at some point. Hmm. I just don't know what I want to do with that. This song particularly. I feel like it's finished, you know? I feel like that song wrote itself. I gotta figure out where to take it. There has to be a second phase of that song. There has to be a second phase. What is that? Okay, where else can we play that then? Where's the next one? Where's the next one? It's. Oh, wait, is that actually right? That sounds pretty close, but. just remember it, if I could just remember that one. That keyboard is Yamaha YPG 235, correct? Incorrect. This is a Yamaha DGX 640 to be exact. But DGX and YPG are very similar. They look very similar, so that's a very excusable mistake. They basically do the same thing. Most Yamaha keyboards basically do the same thing. Ugh. Move it up. I don't want it there. I want it even higher. So maybe here. That's so interesting. That's gonna be hard. That's here. Again. Oh. Oh my god, I found a trick. I found a shortcut. I found a shortcut. Hey, what's up, Scared? You're probably just sleepy, Lana. No, it does sound like it. It does sound like it. It sounds like a lullaby. I really don't want to play it in that key anymore, though. But if I familiarize myself with playing it in whatever key this is, I will be able to more reliably move it around the piano. Yeah, I want to play it here. So there it is. There's that chord. Wow. Yo, piano sucks. Oh. We're getting close to there. Do you use sustain pedal a lot? I don't know what a lot is. I don't know what a lot is. I use it every time I play. I use it if it's available to me. Like just about all of my songs. I mean, I feel comfortable saying just about all my songs have sustained notes in them. So I don't know what a lot is and what a little is, but I've been consistently. I mean, I don't know how to answer this question, Mogtown. At this point, the sustain pedal is such a part of. I mean, it's a part of the piano, you know, so you use it. It's like you use high notes, you use low notes, you use sustained notes, you use truncated notes. I don't know what a lot is and what a little is at this point, if I'm being completely honest. I would say I use it in every song. But, I mean, you use it when you want to sustain. I mean, I know that sounds obvious. You use it when you want to sustain notes, and not when you don't. If I'm playing a song like Over and Under, when I play Over and Under, like there's no sustain pedal at all right now happening, right? because this part has more of the like staccato notes. But I definitely use sustain in this song, you know. Like for example, using it now, off, using it now, you know, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, off, and it's off again. I don't know. I just, you know, it's weird. I would say that once you start playing piano a lot, you probably stop even thinking about it. It just turns into a thing you do without thinking. It literally turns into breathing out of your nose or something. Like you don't have to consciously think about doing it. And the amount of times there have been times, Mobtown, actually when I've looked at other people play the piano, and because when you're in the driver's seat, you never really think about what's happening. You never think about exactly how much you're doing it. Have you ever done that thing where you're sitting in a car with somebody, Mobtown, and you're in the passenger seat, and you're feeling the speed, and you're seeing them brake late, like you're seeing them really come up behind the car, and you can feel yourself tense up, like an accident's going to happen, like you're just like, I don't know, I get really uncomfortable when this person's driving. Even though when you drive or when you're in control, you could do those same things, but since you're in control and you know what the risk is, you're just less observant of it because you know what you're trying to do. When I look at people play the piano, I'm constantly looking at them do things, and I'm looking at the way they're hitting the sustain pedal, and I'm like, wow, they use the sustain pedal a lot. They're really going in. And sometimes I've thought, like, they use it more than me. And then I've looked back at, like, videos. I've looked back at videos of myself playing things and gone, do I really do that? You know, is that a thing? I'm always a little, I'm always a little, hesitant to even look back at streams, like look back at my own streams, because I don't like looking at or hearing myself, but two, I don't really want to see the things that I do that are bad. Like, there's definitely some things that I do more than I should in the stream. Maybe I say the same thing a bunch. Maybe I do a specific thing with my hand that I'm just not aware of. But the sustain pedal and piano is one of those things that I definitely, when it's gone, oh man. I never thought I used sustain nearly as much until I had to play a piano that didn't have one. I remember playing a show, and the singer, this woman, was going to be providing the gear. She was like, I have a really great piano. Don't even worry about bringing your stuff. Just bring you and bring the talent. She told me, and I was like, oh, heck yeah. This is good treatment. I'll never make this mistake again. Whenever anybody says they're going to provide the gear, just bring your own gear, just in case. Even if you don't take it out of your car, just like bring it. You know, it's better to have it than to not and need it. But anyways, I show up at the thing, and she's got this really nice keyboard, great monitors, and I was just like, oh, sick. And I was like, she had like a nice bench, like almost like brand new. She doesn't play piano, but anyways, I feel like I need to mention that. But she had this nice bench, and perfect height, everything was perfect. And I was like, oh, where's the sustain pedal? And she was like, what? And I was like, where's the sustain pedal? Sustain pedal. You're gonna need it to sustain the sound. And she was like, oh, I didn't. Does it not have one of those? Does that keyboard not have one of those? It's a very nice keyboard. It's very expensive. It should have one of those. And I was like, no, it's not built into. It's a keyboard, so you got to buy a second piece of auxiliary hardware to be able to sustain notes, which didn't make any sense to her. And I was like, no problem. Yeah, I don't want to be ungrateful or anything. So I played the show without sustain pedal, and everybody was like, wow, that sounded amazing. Wow, great show. But me, I was so upset because I was just like, nothing is sounding the way I want it to sound. I'm not getting the response that I want from this piano. So that was maybe the first lesson to me on how often I use the sustain pedal and how imperative it is to me being able to play things fluidly. Erwin says, it'll be cool if I can go to a performance and the person would provide me a saxophone to play. Would you really want that? That's a little bit different because you're putting your mouth on the thing. I think that I'm cool with the piano because I never actually touched the piano, Definitely not with my lips. But yeah, that would be cool if somebody provided the the stuff for you. Like maybe if it was like brand new, they're like, we just waxed it down, baby. We dipped this thing in alcohol, right? I feel like that would probably be bad. I don't know. I feel like maybe I don't know. Anyways, point is, I've played several shows, Irwin, where people have provided the thing for me. A lot of times when you're performing in a already formed band and of session musicians, they actually prefer to provide the instruments to you for you because they know what the instrument can do and what it sounds like. And so they know what these instruments sound like together. They're like, I want this specific P Jazz Yamaha bass or whatever. I just messed up. Anyways, I just want the specific bass sound in this song. So they will buy the bass guitar and then they will hire a bassist to play it. And so quite a few times I've showed up to a show when it wasn't my show. This was not an Omniboy show. This was me being a session musician for somebody else, and they already had a keyboard there for me. They were like, hey, we have a Yamaha motif, we have a Korg Triton, we have whatever. This is what you're going to play on for today. And since it is a keyboard, I would say that keyboards, unlike guitars and a lot of other instruments, don't have a lot of variation. You know, like the keys are always going to look and feel, might be a little specific, but they're always going to look, and generally their placement is always going to be the same. It's not like if you provide a bass guitar for somebody and they say, oh, I play 6-string bass. You know, it's not going to be like that. Nobody's going to provide me a keyboard and I'm going to say, oh my god, I don't play with the sharps and flats. You got to remove those. There's a few times where you can find keyboards that are like, you know, 47 keys, 88 keys, 70 something keys. But typically if you're going to be providing a keyboard for a piano player, you're going to give them an 88 key keyboard. Anyways, Momtown says, you have a bass guitar, or no? I have a bass guitar, but I do not have it here in my apartment. I own a bass guitar, but it is in another state. I'm in this tab again, and I am sight reading embarrassment. Oh. What does that mean, Chibi Lucy? What does that mean? If you're just now joining the stream, I wrote a song. A song wrote itself. A song wrote itself, and I was there to play it. And I like this song a lot, but something that I do... The thing that I do a lot is when I'm writing songs, especially if it's in all the white keys, like this song happens to be, is I'll try to move it to a different part of the piano for a few reasons. Reason number one is because then it'll be harder for me to play, providing me a little bit of a challenge, which can be good. Because if you don't challenge yourself, you won't grow, whatever. And the second reason why I want to move into a different area of the piano is because I already have so many songs in that, you know, range or whatever. So I'm trying to move it to a different place. But a weird problem that I have with that a lot of the time, and I had that with this song too. I had it with this song. Ew, butcher. There it is. I can't even play it in that key anymore. Now I have to play it here. Moving it to a different place in the keyboard at first makes it sound kind of weird to me because I've gotten so accustomed to the way it sounded, you know, down here. The same thing is kind of happening with this new song that I'm playing. And when I even shift the song more and more, sometimes it can sound jarring at first, kind of like this. Sounds off, but when I talk to other people, especially musicians, a lot of times people will say, what's your favorite chord? That's it. That's the favorite chord. Or they'll say, what's your favorite chord progression? Someone will go, ooh, that's it. That's my favorite chord progression. And somebody will say, what's your favorite key to play in? And somebody will say, G major or B minor. It's my favorite key to play in. And I say, I don't know what that means because everything is very contextual for me. It's very contextual. Like, I don't really hear a key so much as I just hear a song. In fact, a lot of times when I'm singing, I usually will start singing something in the wrong key. Like if somebody says sing, uh, like Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus, I know that song and I know the melody, but I'll typically sing it in a different key. Then, like I'll sing it to myself in my head and then I'll press play and I'll have to adjust to the key it's actually in. Very rarely can sing in key. I do not have perfect pitch. And so, because of that, it's very hard for me to have a favorite key or even a preferred key because music usually just is music. I build songs based off of the first note of the song, not any, predetermined structure of key or melody or harmonic families. So, that being said, when I play this when I play it here, or when I play it here, it doesn't sound better or worse in any of those different keys. It sounds just as happy and hopeful to me in, I don't know, a G major key as it would a C key. I don't know. Point is, it sounds all the same to me. Just pitched slightly. And so, when I'm playing this song, it sounds fine there. And shifting it up or down, because for a little while I was trying to play it here. I was trying to play it there, but I don't want to play it in this key or family because I already have this song over here. And I also have this one. So I don't want to also have. I'm trying to basically find a new home for this song. I want this song to exist in some keys and chords that I don't already have in a lot of my songs, if that makes sense. Think of it like cooking and using recipes. There's a lot of times where I'll just look up at the spices in my cabinet, and sometimes I'll throw something into my waffle mix, and honestly, sometimes it ruins the waffle. Turns out rosemary waffles are not something I like, but it's moving the scale, so I'm not constantly just making the same things. I don't want all my songs to sound the same. And as it stands right now, a lot of my songs sound very similar to me. Reflection Pool is kind of in the same family as Flight Plan, which is in the same family as Beneath the City, which is in the same family as Winter Heart. A lot of them kind of blend in together for me. A lot of them blend in together, so I'm trying to find new places to put them. This was a new place that I started putting music. And for the other song, this was a new place I started putting music. I don't have a lot of songs that use those chords. And so, this one. It sounds there, but I need to move it. So I was going to move it up one to here. Wait, I was gonna move it up onto here. But that is this song. See how it's the same chord? So I moved it up again to here. But now I have to relearn all the chords, right? Oh, wait, where does it live? Oh, yeah. That's not the right chord, but it works. But it's not the right chord, though. Okay, anywho, sorry if I didn't say hello to Lindsay or anybody who came in. I apologize. I got wrapped up in my own explanation. When people tell me they're 18 to 25, I feel like such an old man, says Mobtown Tokyo. I'm much older now. I'm 18. I play the tenor sax now. Wait, I missed what type of sax you played before, or what? I'm sorry. Um, and for Janiston, Whitey Christmas. Oh, I like that Christmas has the 4/5 in it. 45. Drive 45. That's what I was thinking of. Welcome back, Chibi Lucy. It's funny because I did this last week with the song I'm making because I felt the key change will kind of take it out of the same song syndrome territory. Yeah, it's really annoying. Ooh. Well, I mean, I'm wearing gray sweatpants, but word up, yeah. I haven't been baptized in a very long time, dog. Oh, no way, Lindsay. I think that I want to for this song also. I think I also want to put a key change in it, kind of like how I have in Double Lights. I want to make music. I want to be better. I want to be better at making music and performing it. Constant growth, right? That's the trick. There we go, baby. It's fluid. That's the wrong chord. It's fracum. It's here. That's so weird. Ooh, guys, I'm getting better at piano. I'm getting better. Well, either I'm getting better at piano, or I'm getting better at guessing. One of the two. Okay. Why are you doing this, Chibi Lucy? Why are you doing that? Yeah, constant improvement. Hooray, hurrah. Always get better. Hitting that chord one of the most rewarding feelings, guys, is being able to make a meal and take a bite out of that meal and go like, this is delicious. Not this is fine, this is okay. I made a thing. I'm able to eat now. I love what the sun is doing to the closet lately. It's very distracting. But I think that's a great feeling. And another really great feeling is being on an instrument and hearing something in your head and then just making it happen. Like hearing something in your head, whether it's just a note, like hearing it in your head and then being able to play it on the, whether it's just a note or three notes or a whole chord, without the context of like music theory or education, just kind of having to rely on your own instincts and relationship with your instrument is such a beautiful feeling. Why is the sun doing this all of a sudden? There's two reasons why the sun is doing this all of a sudden. The first reason is the seasons are changing. So I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but now I have to move my blinds or else there's a really big glare that happens on the phone screen, which doesn't happen through the summer. It only happens in the cooler months. The earth tilt and whatnot. And another reason why that happens is because I could move Whoa, see? Oh my god. One of the reflections is coming from my laptop screen. See? That's pretty cool. And the sun doesn't usually hit my laptop screen. The sun usually comes in at this angle that's like on me, and in the colder months it comes in more so at like a on my bed angle. Sorry. Ew. Oh my god! And see, and it opens up different melodic pathways when you go to a different place on the piano. You kill your own instincts of where to just naturally go after certain chords, and sometimes it opens up some really cool things, like whatever just happened. I don't know what it was. Erwin, clean laptop for Vic and Glare, says Mob. I mean, yeah, my laptop's clean. I think a lot of things that naturally get oils from human contact don't happen. So like, you know how they did all those studies where they're like, the human oils are I'm sorry. Anyways, are like secretions, are like fluids can erode things and degrade things over time. And if you can figure out how to, you can't not produce oils. You need them, I think. We need to stay oily. Ashy kills. Don't be ashy. Anyways, there's no fingerprints on any of my stuff. Usually I can tell when other people have used my stuff because I'll see fingerprints on like my laptop, or I'll see fingerprints on my PlayStation controller, or I'll see fingerprints on the TV remote, or I'll see fingerprints on stuff. Don't use my things. Anyways, I feel like I've pretty successfully moved it to a different place. For the most part. froze. I couldn't figure out. I don't know what the next chord is. So I can go to the Flintstone line. I can go from here. I can go Flintstone. I can go. Wait. I can go. I can do the Flintstone thing, or I can go. What chord is that? Point is, I can go. Okay, let me start from the top, and I can show what I'm trying to. I can show what I'm trying to say with the two options. So option number one is this. Option number one is, I'm not going to start from the beginning because that'll take too long. Option number one is, then here. I mean, chord progression. Listen to the chord progression, not so much the melody. It would be, that's one way to do it. And the second way is, then this is going to change. Which one, guys? If I have to choose between Flintstones A, or I don't know what to call the second option. I can do both, but like which one, if I'm polling the chat, which one do you guys prefer? Between okay, I'm gonna play them clean this time. The one that doesn't leave copyright infringement vibes in your mind. Okay, so the Flintstones one doesn't leave. It doesn't make me feel like I'm biting anymore. I've slept on it and now I'm over it. It doesn't sound like Flintstones to me anymore because of what we talked about yesterday with the one. Leona likes the less Flintstones one more. I'm gonna do them again, but I'm hearing Liana's on the second one. What if you pulled an Oscar Peterson? Yes. I know exactly what that means. What if I pulled an Oscar Peterson? What if I pulled an Oscar Peterson and quit music altogether and then died? I'm gonna do it one more time because every single time I try to do it, it's riddled with errors. I'm joking though, Erwin. I actually don't know what pulling an Oscar Peterson means. I'm so sorry. I do know who Oscar Peterson is though. I do know who that is. But I don't know what you're referring to. I'm gonna do them both again. So, option number one, I'm gonna stop calling it Flintstones because I feel like that's swaying the crowd. Oh, Erwin says do a. All right, so I'm gonna play option one and I'm gonna play option B. Everyone's speaking music. Okay. Option one. Option one. I'm gonna do it with sex. I'm gonna do it with something that's sustained so I don't have to add rhythm. That's option 1. Option 2 is. Sorry, option 2 is. Which one? Lindsay sang the second one. Liana sang the second one. I'm saying the first because you seem to like that one more. No, see, that's not. But no, don't allow. No, I'm truly indifferent here. It's just that I've heard the first one more times. Well, I literally just made the second one like 2-3 minutes ago. So, of course, I am going to mentally lean towards the thing that's familiar to me. But I think they both have just as much merit. And I speak the language of the older ones. Erwin's speaking like the gods, like the old gods, the old god tongue. Mob says, ooh, I'm not gonna say that. I'm chilling and I'm hopping along. Cyber says sleep on it. You play the first with more conviction. Dang it. Okay, hold on. Let me try to play with equal conviction. I think maybe there's some tiny adjustments that will come with the second one if you play it more. Something is intrinsically different about these two. Oh, they are very different, actually. The amount of time I spend on each chord is different. One is... and the second one is... It doesn't move as fast. It's actually like halftime. I'm spending double the amount of time on each chord, and I'm only just now realizing this. Something's weird here. Something's weird. They're not the same. They're not the same length, I don't think. Everyone says they both give the same vibe, but a different approach. Second is longer. Thank you guys for being so patient with me on this. I'm like, I wasn't planning on spending so much time on this song in this stream. I was just really gonna play it and try to transpose it to a different place. But The second feels longer. Like maybe it has more resolve. Here's the only reason. Like screw the Flintstones. Here's the only reason why I initially liked one more is because if you listen to the first like when I go way off, like I hit this weird refrain before coming back to the initial melody. This part up here. The way that starts. Having that like to me makes this at the end feel more related and consistent. Because it already happened up high, you know. It like has a it has those like those high notes. When I don't have that via the second version, it does sound more varied. It sounds less repetitive, but it's like finding this weird line between repetitive but also congruent, you know? Like sometimes repeating things makes it stick in people's heads more. And maybe I don't know. The second definitely feels longer. I specifically slow it down once I get to that part where I'm playing it with piano. People seem to lean more towards the second one. The majority seems to lean more towards the second one. Cyber's undecided. Erwin's definitely undecided. Erwin's like saying to do some other stuff, to throw some Roman numerals in there. Let me try something. Let me try because I also talked jokingly, and then Lindsay backed me up on. Hey, what's up, Alexis? A little Lindsay backed me up on maybe doing both. Like so if I did so this is what it would sound like if I did both. And this is going to be kind of long, so stick with me. Stick with me on this. Jesus, heaven help me. Oh, I'm playing it in the wrong key. Sorry. Like I could just do them after each other. It makes it really long. It makes it really long, but it also allows me to do little variations. You know, maybe the second time I play the chord progression, that's not the only thing that changes. Maybe I change, you know, some small things here and there. Hey, what's up, Bo Miller? Oh, Bowmiller says, thank you, Youngster, for bringing me here this morning. This is lovely. Oh, thank you, Youngster, for bringing Bowmiller here on behalf of me as well. Thanks, Skirt. Jazz Yowie Hands playing the Flintstones Christmas Holiday Special, says Leona. I have no idea what's going on. I feel like I've completely lost the thread on what Leona's talking about. I know what all those words mean. Smashed together, I'm not exactly sure what's happening. Um, the first one is a bit predictable, says Lindsay. Not bad, just what I think. But when paired with the second one, it kind of emphasizes and supports it. Also, Bo Miller. Why? Is that bad? Does nobody say? I read what's put in front of me, which has gotten me in trouble in the past. I just read things aloud sometimes from the stream without thinking about it. If you do not want to be referred to as Bo Miller, I can just call you Bo. I'll leave my hand struggles on. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get back to business, but I need to nail this first, and because I think I have it figured out. I think I have it figured out. You play the first one first, and then when you play the first, or if I swap them, I'm overthinking it, but I think if I go. And I drop to that chord. Then these chords. And that feels very cohesive. And then I can start adding like extra little notes. See, adding things. I think I can go somewhere else. I should say though that this particular section, oh, wait, hold on. Then here, no. That sounds like Mario to me, or something. It's almost like this thing. There's certain progressions that I play that feel inherently Nintendo, and as somebody who gets told their music sounds like video games a lot, I'm not a fan of having those feelings myself, but that does. This sounds like a Nintendo type beat, says Bo. Indeed. Tommy says, I appreciate the coming of ageness of this song. Yeah, right? Yeah, right? We were talking about this because I wrote this song, or at least I started this song 2 streams ago. I started making this song on Tuesday, and it sounded, at that time I said it sounded like a Christmas song. I was playing it here though. But I still said it sounded like a Christmas song. It does have this kind of happy saccharine resolution quality to it. I feel. But I do like it in this new key though. In this new key that no one's ever played in. second phase of the song, but I think I've covered it. I think from Tuesday to Wednesday to now Thursday, I think this song pretty much has the whole first phase of it done. Probably will write a cool bridge to it. I don't have any plans for this particular song. It's a little bit Mario Odyssey. Yeah, Alexis. Thank you for saying that. This may be the first and last time I ever thank anybody for comparing my music to Mario, but it does feel Mario-y, right? If I say it, it's okay. Okay, the moment you made it slow, it becomes quiet nighttime in the end. That works well. Very dreamy of a song. Thank you, Tommy. I appreciate that. This song's called Double Lutz. I've never seen piano music production before. Oh. Thanks, Bo. I've never actually thought of it as piano music production. I guess every stream is a production stream. On Fridays, I do like traditional production. Hitting the wrong notes like causes me physical pain. This song's called Jumpin' Jaybird. Oh, Close Down. Guys, I have quite a bit of music out. There's an EP that's mostly jazz music called Signals. There's another EP that's mostly experimental music called Tall Tales. There's also an EP that's collaborative. It's me and a lot of other people on it, called House of Omni. Then I have the Dream series, starting with Nice Dream. Nice Dream is like more of like an indie pop thing. Followed by Love Letters. Sorry. Whoa, Love Dream. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Followed by Love Dream, which is mostly love songs. Followed by Speed Dream, which is, you know, a story that I wrote and scored and made a lot of music for. That's on SoundCloud and YouTube. That's followed by Daydream, which is orchestral breaks and drum and bass, which is followed by Lush Dream, which is a really long but chill collection of beats that I made over the course of 2017. 18? 18? Yes. And then those were followed by two companion EPs. The first EP is called Quick Breath, which has a lot of like R&B stuff on it. And then like also some pop stuff. It's like kind of like a good variety of stuff that I was making at the time. There's even a footwork song on that EP. And that's followed by another EP called Ego Death, which is very, very ambient, which is what Vanilla is from. All of those things can be found on Bandcamp, SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play, Amazon MP3, Tidal, Groove, Deezer, Pandora, Napster, and YouTube. I also have some exclusive YouTube content like remixes, music videos I've made for songs that are out, and also music videos I've made for songs that are exclusive to YouTube. Thank you, Lindsay. Already what, says Crow. I mean, already says Crow, but I don't know what Crow's saying already about. Yeah, but those can be found on all those platforms. Also, it's Thursday. Thursday is always kind of exciting because that means it's the day before a production stream. For those of you that are newer, or for those of you that don't come into the production stream, or for those of you that were not here, every Friday I do a 6-hour-long production stream, starting at the same time as morning medleys usually do at 9 a.m., but it runs all the way until 3 p.m. It's a 6-hour-long stream. So just want to prepare you guys for that. If you were going to be submitting samples today, send them in today, because I am not going to be checking the sample server on the Discord. I'm not going to be checking it once I start the stream. Once I start the stream, I'm just going to be working with the samples I have, and that's it. If you don't know what I'm talking about with the Discord, there is an Omniboy Discord. There's a space in there for you to submit samples for me to work on Friday. We're still in like a Plunderphonics thing, although I think I'm going to, because remember when we first started the like season 2 production streams, and I was making a lot of like funky disco-y stuff. I've got a few ideas, and I want to start going back there a little bit, because something I noticed, I was listening back to some of the songs, right? I was listening to, not necessarily Scrumpty, but I was listening to Dudes. You know that, guys know that song Dudes? The one with the strings in it? I was, I was listening back to that song, and I was like, this song is both Plunderphonics, but also disco funky. And I was thinking about that. I mean, it might be an L, it might be a failure, but I'm going to try, maybe in the stream, maybe in next week's production stream, I'm going to try to like marry those two genres instead of trying to make them so different. I think something that I've had a lot of fun doing in the 50 years of music that I've been making, something that I've had a lot of fun doing is emulating things, right? Going like, well, I really want to make a jazz EP. What does jazz sound like? And then like making Winter Heart. And then like hearing footwork and being like, oh, that's a really cool rhythm. I wonder what would it sound like if I, implemented that rhythm. And then Quick Breath happened. Listening to like a bunch of like really cool, like slower, housey R&B. And then like fun little like funky smooth 90s house type riffs and then turning those into songs. So it was a lot of like influence and inspiration happening and me going after specific sounds. But I think that my sound lives and dies in the combination of a lot of those things. So I could sit around and go like, I really want to make orchestral music, or I can go, I really want to make drum and bass, or like dream, daydream showed us I can like marry the two and it'll make a thing. And so I've been spending a lot of streams making some decent plunderphonic stuff and like exploring and doing experiments in plunderphonics. But I also have a lot of like funky, cool, housey, disco adjacent music. And I'm already hearing it creeping into the plunderphonics thing. So instead of trying to really do away with it, push it in its own direction, I'm going forward for the next few streams. I am going to more so embrace that, see what I can get out of it. The sound you had with Chocolat, now my watch would work well with plunderphonics. I agree. Yeah, I've been thinking about that a lot. I've been thinking about that because that song that I made, the Dude song, does have that. But that's enough of that. Getting back to news, yes, tomorrow is the 6-hour production stream, so be there for 5 minutes or 6 hours, whatever is convenient for you. And also tomorrow marks 250, at which point, going forward, we're going to start talking more about Morning Medley Season 3 and what that means, what that will include, what that will entail, what that won't include and entail, and how much of that will be left up to you guys and how much of that will be left up to me and my own personal stylings. So I'm going to pause the news really quick because Erwin says, I keep hearing plunderphonics, but I still don't know what that is. Erwin, you've been in the streams when I made plunderphonics, so you kind of know what it sounds like, I think. But plunderphonics is basically the methodology of making music, making an entire sound by like cutting up a bunch of other sounds. Think of it as, have you seen those ransom notes in old movies? How people would cut letters out of magazines so that nobody would be able to trace their handwriting. So it had this anonymous feel to it. Cutting a P out of a Cosmo magazine, cutting a Q out of a Game Informer magazine, and then spelling out a ransom note. Think of it as that, but with music. So instead of me, saying a bunch of like nonsensical words into a mic, I'm taking Cyber's vocals, and I'm taking Umbe from the stream saying something, and I'm taking this bird chirping from a YouTube video, and I'm taking this line from the Groundhog Day movie, and I'm making a melody out of the vocals. The primary melody in Scrumpty actually comes from Cyber's vocals. So that's what plunderphonics is. Think of it like plundering through stuff to find phonics, to find sounds, and then mashing them together. You make like a collage out of it. So I hope that explanation works. If it didn't, and you're more of like an audio, like a sonic learner, listen to a song by Pogo, or listen to a song by In the Blue Shirt. There's an artist named In the Blue Shirt. Or listen to a song by Dede Mouse, Dede Mouse, or listen to there's a lot of plunderphonics people. I'm not going to spend too much time here, but I think I explained myself. If you need specific links, I don't know if you're in the Discord, but if you need specific examples of plunderphonics that I didn't make, because maybe it's, maybe you're biased or something like that, or you just can't hear the difference in my own music, I can send you some plunderphonics. Oh yeah, Liana's laugh is in which song was it? I think it's in Dudes. Yeah, it's in Dudes. I can hear the string line in that song. That song is sick. That song that's growing on me. Anywho, hope that explained it. Like the Anamode song, I may have spelt that wrong. Alamode. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, so Back to news. Back to news. So the production stream is tomorrow. If you don't know about the Discord, um, the link to the Discord has been posted. If you if you're in there, it's easy to find the sample server. Um, Also, starting 250, we're going to start talking about season 3 and what that means, what that doesn't mean. I will start talking to each of you individually in the stream. Um, or if you're really embarrassed about talking in the stream, I can just talk to you personally about what the things are in the stream that are annoying to you and what we can change. Because I think that I used to not care. If I'm being transparent, stream number 1, 2, and 3 on Periscope, if somebody said, man, the sun's in the camera, it's causing a glare, I'd be like, oh, cool. I don't care. You're not paying me for this. But I do feel like a lot of the stream and the mood of the stream has been created and also preserved by the people in it that aren't me. Me and Cyber can like go wild banning a bunch of people, but we don't have to because people are pretty respectful of the space. So I feel like in some way I can probably learn a thing or two about what is annoying about the stream to you guys. So it's not a problem. So I'm not annoying you guys. That is it. If you can't come to the production stream tomorrow, I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. I don't really know what that means, right? Oh, Halloween. That's what that means. The pizza party is happening on Saturday. I'm so sorry, guys. I know that I was talking about happening on Friday. I just do have a lot. I have some stuff that I have to do on Friday, so it is happening on Halloween. I'm sorry. I know that Ava had some Halloween plans. We can discuss the time and stuff like that in tomorrow's stream. I was actually planning on doing it in today's stream, but the conversation got kind of pulled somewhere else. What do we do via pizza party? I mean, you could just get pizza and then we're gonna watch a movie, Crow. I'll stream a movie on my end and we can all watch it together. This song is called Hush Hour. It's the last piece of music that I play in the streams. The music video for it is on my YouTube, if you haven't seen it yet. I'm not going to be streaming the pizza party on YouTube video. I'm streaming it on a different platform called Toot-To-Do, but I'll post it in the Discord. All the information about it will be in the Discord, so if you're in there, you'll be notified when it happens and where. Probably can't join much tomorrow, says Liana. Oh. Well, that's sad, but that's okay. Thanks for letting me know. Okay. That's going to conclude Morning Medley number 249. I want to thank everybody for being respectful to me. I do appreciate it. And for being polite to each other. Always needs to be said. Everybody's always pretty cool. Very rarely. We so rarely have, like, whack things happen in the stream that when anything whack happens, I'm always, like... I feel like I've been lulled into a false sense of security. Like, when something whack happens, I'm like, really? What? Why would someone do that? Why would somebody say that to me? I think you guys have, like... taken away my claws. It's sad. Okay. Hope everyone has a nice rest of their day, says Lindsay. Yeah, hope everybody has a nice rest of their Thursday. I'll see you guys here tomorrow for 250, the production stream. And if I don't, I hope you enjoy your weekend. Do something safe and fun. Eat something healthy. Go for a run. Always takes a minute, doesn't it? Always takes a minute. Oh, it doesn't even want to obey me now. Oh my god, what? Bro, thank you.